Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Grab a seat now. It's that time that we look into our major story of tonight. And it's usually not perhaps one of the easiest political discussion that you will find in the politics of Kogi State. You know, it comes with a lot of controversies. This time around, it's raging because the governorship election in the state is just a few months away. Precisely, the governorship election in Kogi and Bayelsa State will happen in November this year. So the people of Kogi State are now rather thinking of replacing the governor that is there or retaining him. That is, if the governor gets the party ticket. Well, so some opposition forces are speaking against the governor. The voices are mixed, though, both in the ruling APC, some of whom have formed opposition against Yaya Bello within the rank and file of the party, and outside of the party, especially the main opposition, the PDP. Senator Dino Melaye is one of such prominent voices in Kogi State and is being an opposition to the governor, though remember, they were formerly in the same party. Now, he has come out in a strong voice against Governor Yaya Bello and his government. Some of them believe that the governor has not performed well. They have even gone ahead to criticize him on some of the projects they say he's embarked on. Take a listen to one of the online videos, amateur videos posted online by the senator, Senator Dino Melaye from Kogi West, who is saying that the governor's projects are mischievous and fraudulent.
His Excellency the Governor approved the payment of 1.869 billion to tech engineering, and this project is supposed to be through the Ministry of Works. This is the document. Then here we have the account of tech engineering being credited by Kogi State government. This is the voucher used in crediting tech engineering with the sum of 1.8 billion naira. And then after the deduction of tax, VAT and all that, 1.589 billion was paid into the account of tech engineering. And here also we have the contract for the construction of grade separation intersection flyover bridges at Ganaja Junction in Lokoja. That is the contract awarded in 2016 by the Bello administration for over 1.8 billion to tech engineering. And this is the letter from Engineer A.A. Sadiq, the Honorable Commissioner for Works, Housing, Land and Urban Development. And this is the request letter from him. And this is the due certificate by the Kogi State Bureau of Public Procurement, Office of the Governor. It is due process certificate for the job and for the award of that contract, and to construct bridges and flyover around Ganaja Junction in Lokoja local government.
Those are some of the words of Senator Dino Melaye, the allegations, and we have here tonight to clear some of these issues. There are loads and loads of them. We'll touch on some of them tonight. Joining me from our Abuja studio, a PDP member in Kogi State, and Mr. Austin Oka. He joins us from our Abuja studio. And here with me is the Director of Media and Publicity to Governor Yaya Bello, Mr. Kingsley Fanwo. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on tonight. Let me allow you to immediately react to what Senator Dino Melaye said. And I'd like to ask, I understand that that award, that project was initially awarded by Governor Wada, isn't it? Yeah. Is that true? Yeah. How much has Governor Yaya Bello disbursed or approved since he got into office for that project?
Yeah, when I saw the video, I thought it's one of the theatrics that we always watch. But when I took a very keen look at the video, I realized a lot of, when you build falsehood on fault lines, it will collapse. The contract was awarded by the past administration of Alhaji Idris Wada for flyover along Ganaja area, around Ganaja area in Lokoja. And when we came in 2016, those people had already constructed beams that would be used for the flyover. And they raised certificates. The government of Alhaji Yaya Bello had to pay that amount of money to cover that certificate.
How much is it?
1.8 billion. billion.
That's it comes to how many percentage of the entire sum of the project?
What we are talking about?
No, it comes to how many percentage?
Of the entire, the project is about 4-point-something billion naira.
So 1.6 is perhaps running to almost 25 or 30%.
Yeah. Now,
so is that just a moment? Let's handle this one.
No, let me clarify this.
Hold on.
Okay.
So that's about 25 or 30% of the entire sum.
Yeah.
And that's against the Procurement Act, you realize.
Let me explain this to you. There is a contract. The contract was not signed by our administration. It was signed by the previous administration. And we were to pay 1.86 billion after the contractor would move to site and would have constructed those beams. So after payment of 1.86 billion, because his allegation was that we paid money for a contract that was not executed. After payment of 1.86 billion, we sat down to look at it. The length of the bridge is not even more than 150 meters or thereabouts. Now we had other pressing projects around the state. That was not a priority. So at the State Executive Council meeting, we now sued for environment so that that money that was released to them will be used to execute other contracts that are also being executed by the same tech engineering company. And that was what we did. Is
that right in a governance system?
It is right. Environment is allowed.
Okay.
Especially when it is the same contractor that is handling that project.
Let me allow Mr. Okai to come in. Mr. Okai, what are your grievances? Because I know your party is not happy with the governor's performance and his activities. On this very project, what is your take?
Thank you, Nigerian. Thank you, Shenwoki, and the people of Kogi State. Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Go ahead.
The spokespersons of the governor with you there is not ready to abide by the spirit of truth. And the idea of keep mentioning the name of WADA in this ongoing maximum fraud of the highest order is not our interest. We are much more concerned about the total amount of money that left the system, which is 1.8 billion naira. Yes, environment is allowed, but you do not engage environment after the money has been released. This is the first step. The second is the State Executive Council do not sit down and approve environment. It is the duty of the State Assembly that will decide whether the environment as requested by the governor should be approved or not. So the whole exercise is bordering on the government trying to stage manage the battered image. Because 1.8 billion naira was released without tech engineering ever visit the site of the state flyover. And if you see the certificate of due process that was issued on 13th of October, then you see the certificate of valuation that was issued on the same date, which is 13th of October.
Let me pause it for a moment because we need to take this break. But when we come back, there are other critical issues regarding this project and several other projects, because your party believes that Governor Bello has failed and is here to defend that. That's going to be in a moment, everyone. Join us again.